evening, mechanics. Now available at the Barclay Garage is a new line of Dungeon Mechanics exclusive dice towers available for order. This veteran owned woodmaking company creates homemade wood items sourced here in New Mexico. Use the promo code MEC25 to get 25% off today. And tell them the Dungeon Mechanics sent you. Hello and welcome to Dungeon Mechanics. We are here on the final episode of this four-part for Diademia Aftermath Blightlands. And in our last episode, our heroes made their way across a sus river after Rhodey and Gray got passage thanks to Uthvas and Nixie flying over on their brooms and pulling up the drawbridge that was underneath the pond. Rhodey was given kind of a mind check by the river creature beast entity that was within the pond, and I guess giving her true intentions was given passage. So they crossed, and soon afterwards they were attacked by a near endless army of familiar faces from people that have been killed by either party member. Meanwhile, Alindi was trying to make his way back to the land of the living. And after seeing a vision of a potential possible future for himself, he ultimately decided to go for the not so easy direction of helping Rhodey, Gray, and the others traverse through this Blightland area under the Underdark. And he appeared shortly after Rhodey was using her wildfire spirit to teleport herself and Gray upward to attack the creatures and also consistently do a sort of hit and run. And they all made it at the end, met up with the Alindi, and then Alindi summoned his new dumpster fire ship, and they all got on board and proceeded to fly away. And they flew away, and they flew away, and they were flying, and they were flying, and Alindi kind of knew the direction that they were supposed to go, considering he was getting a soul tug pull. And eventually they came across a very large book that was almost gargantuan in size compared to them, and it had like a raging storm, and as they got close enough, they all got sucked into it. And that's where we're picking up today with the fun stuff. So I would like you all to join me in thinking of your fondest memories and rolling initiative.
Well, that's great. 19.
You serious already?
26, baby. 26. Yes.
26.
Would be
20.
8 for Uthvas.
8. Uthvas doesn't have good memories.
21 for Rhodey.
What was Nixie?
20.
20? Okay. Let me get music playing here shortly.
Battle Cam.
Oh, it's a fake initiative thing. I'm figuring out which one of y'all's events is going to take place first.
Be real
Oh,
nice
it's
if I
here
can hear that
all
fancy fucking music so I know what's going on. Is it dangerous music? Is it happy music?
Just
Is it suspenseful?
melodic music. Alindi, You remember your previous thoughts?
No. Are you telling me that I remember them, or are you asking me? Because I don't remember shit.
What do you remember?
What I had for dinner tonight?
In Alindi's perspective.
Not much.
So, what's your happy thoughts? What is Alindi in his most happy state?
That's a good question.
So
Let's see. It would probably be the crew before they all got murdered.
fair.
Not like the crew that recently got murdered, the one before that.
So
Living the dream,
Lucifer's
being a pilot.
crew.
Yeah.
Before Lindy was essentially captain now.
Yes.
So
Those are
you're
good times.
traveling around with this merry band of pirates.
Mm-hmm.
What are y'all doing?
We're pillaging and plundering people's booties.
Is that the life that Alindi wants?
That was the life Alindy wanted. Because that crew was like his family. They had good times with him.
I
And
mean,
they all got murdered by...
you technically have family.
Yeah, but the family murdered the crew that he liked.
One member of the family murdered the
Yeah.
crew that he liked, but
It's the same thing. It was like the only family he knew. Other than his brother, but that's beside the point.
so while you're playing through your previous crew's memory chains, Rhodey, what is your fond memory?
I have a feeling you're going to be using these things against us. Rhodey's fondest memory is growing up and playing with her cousin Bodhi when they were kids.
Rhodey and Bodhi.
Bodhi likes surfing. I don't know. Does Rhodey like surfing? Probably not as much as Bodhi.
She is not quite as a adept surfer as Rhodey, but yeah, she likes to.
So, out of these fond memories, which one stands out the most?
I think maybe when they were first learning to surf.
Okay.
And they were-
and who was teaching who?
Well, their when they were their extended family with the water Ganasis, they were visiting them with their mother, and one of their cousins was teaching them how to surf, one of their older cousins. And Bodhi, obviously being half Triton, picked it right up. And then, of course, Rhodey being not quite so adept in the water, she needed a little extra help. And Bodhi just stayed right there with her the whole time. They surfed, all night, all into the next day, and they were just, doing because they didn't want to stop. So basically, that overnight when they had just picked it up and was learning how that first night.
Okay. Nixie.
Hello.
What is your fondest memory?
Well, my fondest memory would probably be when I was a much littler gnome. And me and my brothers, we would go artifact hunting. And I would use all his special mind games, mind tricks to figure out what information people had. And then they would do all of the dungeon delving fighting part. And we would go and we would search for really powerful shit.
And what intrigued Nixie about this particular series of adventures over like anything, I don't know, else?
Well, there were times that visions just popped into her head, and then they would act on them. It just, felt like destiny.
So essentially, like, Nixie was the catalyst that got them all the cool loots.
I mean, you could put it that way, but everybody had their part. We were all very important to the team.
And you said she did this with, like, her brothers?
Yep.
So it was like a family thing.
Yep.
Gray thinks about when he first met the woman he loved and the first like date that they actually went on.
Which was?
He took her to like a almost like sunken lagoon, and the passage of trees and everything kind of kept it hidden from outsides peeking in. But there was like that particular night there was a group of fireflies that kind of lit up the area in a way that he hadn't seen before, and he just remembers that memory pretty clearly out of all the rest. Uthvas,
Yes.
what is your happy memory?
One of the nights after Nixie got rid of a lot of her experiments, I was able to use a lot of them to become undead and actually help me torture them. And some of them were still able to scream before I was done.
So you all are having very randomly different.
No, all of those memories were just oh so wholesome.
Yes. The most wholesome of the wholesome. And in the midst of, now you all know these to be like past memories to yourselves. They're not like new constructed in any way, or they don't seem fabricated in that kind of, it seems like it's drawing from your actual past memory knowledge. But while you're experiencing these, you all hear in your mind, essentially, what is your choice going forward? Would you rather stay here in this moment, or do you want something new? And the voice first calls on to Alindi to hear his response.
Oh, man.
But that's how the order is!
I know. I just. Well, this can never be again. It was once and it's gone now. So I guess I'll choose something new.
Rhodey?
Definitely something new.
Nixie?
Well, I haven't seen my brothers in years, and I don't even know if they're still alive. So, as wonderful as this moment is, it also brings me sadness. So I would go with something new.
And Gray thinks for a bit. This isn't my present, nor is it my future. And while I enjoyed it, I do need to seek something else, something more. So, something new. Uthvas?
I would like something fresh.
And in that collective unison, your memories shift, and this time you're standing before each other. You're in a tavern of sorts. However, as you look around, there seems to be other people present. However, their faces and everything are kind of like washed out, and no one else besides present party members are visibly detailed. Alindy, what kind of book did you bring us into?
That is a good question. I don't know. I guess we'll have to find out.
But this was your book, right?
No, I never said it was my book. Why would you just assume a giant book floating in the middle of nowhere would be mine?
It's true. He's not the first one I would think of as a reader.
Yes, but he seemed to have been in somewhat control of this plane, or at least how he just appeared from the sky.
This man has not appeared to be in control of anything since the moment I met him.
Well, not on purpose.
Okay, well, okay, sure. Yeah.
Yes,
Well,
exactly.
Let's see if we can turn the page. Is there a feeling that we can move on to another place from where we're at?
No, you're all just sat at this large table at the tavern. You can hear like commotion and stuff in the background, music playing, people laughing, having a good time, but it's all just kind of like drowned out compared to present party.
We can't focus on any of that. Like
I mean,
tried.
you can, but it dimmers.
Okay.
It dimmers.
Like, imagine
Dimmers.
having radio playing in the background, but it's just low enough to where you know music's playing, but your brain can't like focus on what song it is or anything like that.
All right, well, I'm gonna try and walk around, see what happens.
I'm walking around. Nothing. You go to different tables. There's people sitting there. They don't seem to pay you any mind. You can't track any facial readings.
All right, I'm gonna try and steal shit from them.
What are you trying to steal?
Anything that's in their pockets.
Okay.
Do you need me to do anything, or am I just
Roll a
not
sleight
gonna...
of hand.
You got it, boss lady. 20.
Captain, why are you trying to take their stuff?
They won't miss it.
You pull out a nice pocket watch.
Puts it in my pocket. I'm going to the next person.
Sleight of hand.
You got it, boss lady. 18.
Nice. You pull out a nice beating heart, and the blood drips down your fingertips.
Ugh. Well, this is nasty. I'm gonna squeeze it and see what happens. Does anything happen?
It feels like a beating heart being squeezed in your hand.
All right, I crush it.
Make a strength check.
That's dumb. It's a 4.
Beating heart be slippery.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
slips out,
apparently
flies
you
across
try to
her.
like squeeze it and it just lands on the table.
I'm gonna smash it with my fist.
Make an unarmed strike.
Yeah. 14.
Nice. You hear an audible scream, as if it's from a small, undescribed female.
I thought you were gonna go with a child. I was about to say that's really fucked up.
Well, no, the heart's big enough to be an adult-sized heart.
I just killed a kid. Whoopsie.
Do I hear this?
Yeah, you all can hear.
God, no.
Where's that coming from? That scream.
Ufos is aroused.
It sounds like it's coming from a top floor.
Well, let's go find the dead person.
Yeah.
So,
Goofball stands
Goofball
up. Yeah.
and
Goes with
Lindy
Lindy.
are gonna go up the stairs.
Miss
Yeah.
Dixie?
Mixie's gonna follow along.
Right. Rhodey's looking around. I'm gonna. You know what? I thought I was gonna stay here, but I don't think I want to be here by myself.
Well, don't fall behind, Rhodey.
I'm right behind you.
All right, when we make it upstairs, what do we find?
You find a woman.
Is she dead?
Yep, she's laying down. Blood is pooled by where she's at.
All
Put her
right,
heart back inside of her.
I'm digging in her pockets.
Put her heart back inside of her.
As you go to dig in her pockets, make a perception check.
Ah, come on. All right, I'm not rolling this crap on D&D Beyond anymore. 16.
It's Arya.
Fucking hell, Captain.
All right, I'm logging out of this. Thing.
Put her heart back inside of her.
All right. I put her.
Give me
heart
the
back
damned
inside her.
heart.
I put her heart back inside her. Jesus.
And she vanishes.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Oh, I didn't know it was Arya.
I
How was
don't
supposed
care.
to
I
know?
mean,
Bring her back.
shut up, who's boss? She is. He's an
Well, that
innocent.
was-
She's an innocent creature. I don't want you even thinking about her.
Oh God!
Boy, when
Too late for that.
boy, when Queen sees this. All right. So I'm just gonna look around the room and see what's around the room.
Dude's boss is gonna lean over to Rhodey. I'm still thinking about her.
What you need me to roll there, big dog?
A door off in the distance creeps open slowly.
That's not suspicious in any way, shape, or form. Let's go in it. I'm going in the door.
Okay. You go into the door, and there's a set of stairs that goes downwards.
I'm going down the stairs, obviously.
Okay.
Mixie's following.
Rhodey's got a flame kind of just floating above her hand with produced flame.
This boss has his shield out, but he doesn't have a weapon. He's just following behind a Lindy.
I have no weapons. I'm just walking, dog.
As you get closer and closer down the stairs, you see a looming shadow in the room to come. It's rather large.
I'm gonna try and control the shadow.
Nothing happens.
I can make a ship, but I can't control one shadow. Shame.
Getting weak in your old age.
I know, right?
Who's this captain? We need a new one. But yeah, there's a room up ahead, and you see a large shadow figured inside.
Itch, come here.
It isn't there.
What? That is horseshit. Hold on. Pause. I'm pulling one of these little bombs out of my pocket.
Okay, you know what bombs do, right?
Yeah, I'm throwing it into the room.
Oh my
There's no door
god.
behind it.
Dude, no. I can take care of this.
It's too late. It's already done.
Roll
You're probably going to kill the rest of our crew that we lost.
Roll what?
10d10.
Okay, I'm doing it on this one.
You're wasting a bomb on probably what will turn out to be Arlo and
Jesus Christ. It's gonna be 38 there, big dog.
Nice. You hear a startling snarl.
Oh, perfect. It sounds bad.
you do recall that.
Oh, that doesn't sound good at all.
Yeah.
Are you in there, puppy dog? I call out to the door. Is it who I think it is, Stacks?
I don't know. You closed the door.
I open the door and just kind of peek in.
There is a lycanthrope.
This is really fucked up, Stacks. This is really fucked
You're
up.
the one doing fucked up things.
I told you not to throw the damn bomb, Captain.
Oh, hello there, brother. I do apologize. Somebody threw this bomb in the door.
What's the rest of y'all doing?
I'm walking in and I have my arms open to give him a hug.
I'm waiting for Lindy to die.
I mean, this is how he almost died last time. So sit back and relax and eat some popcorn.
Enjoy the shit show that is the dumpster fire. Yep, I'm walking in and I'm gonna give him a hug. My brother.
You go to hug him, and he vanishes.
All right, now that
Thank
we got
God.
two of them out of here, next room. Starts looking for a door.
Actually, everyone make a Constitution save.
Five.
14.
14.
Okay. Who presently here needs oxygen to breathe?
Oh, I do.
Nixie
enjoy
raises
it.
her hand.
Because the air in the room quickly starts to feel weighted, and as you all are breathing in, your breathing's labored and heavy. And because of that, everything's starting to get a bit hazy.
I cast Global Invulnerability. Does that work?
What'd you say?
I don't even know if that would work.
What'd you cost?
Globe of Invulnerability.
What does that do?
It's only for a minute. An orb, a barrier, springs into existence in a 10-foot radius around me. Is this only spells?
Oh no.
I'm still looking for the door to get the hell out of here.
I mean, the only door is the door that you came in to get into the room.
Oh, why can I not cast it?
You said you
I
can't
hope you-
cast it?
No, can I not cast it?
I hope not.
Well, no, I can cast it, but
Do you want
Well,
saying
I hope-
can I retcon that?
Oh, can
Yeah.
you not cast it?
Yeah.
Yes. If
Okay.
That's
It didn't. I thought it had a different effect than, or like another. It didn't do what I wanted it to do.
Can I not cast it? Yes, you cannot cast it.
Thank you. That
but
is the correct answer.
all of your breathing's labored here.
Can we go back out the door?
Yes, I'm following you. Go.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we all walk out the door. Damn.
Okay. So you go back up the stairs.
Can we breathe again?
No, it's still labored. I mean, y'all
Ah.
are breathing. It's just labored.
I think I need to work out a little bit more.
You make it back to where the door first opened that let you all down there. And there's not a tavern, but you walk into a large kind of cave, dark cave.
Well, this is ominous.
Is there any light?
What's so ominous?
There is one source of light, kind of in the center of the cave.
How big is the cave?
Ballpark, 100 by 100, spherish,
Okay.
with edgy wall barriers.
Uthwas should start moving in so I can actually see it in my vision. Get the entire perimeter.
Okay.
Walking with
Yeah.
Uthwas.
I'll move towards the center of the cave as well.
At that time, I would actually summon my weapon to my hand, so I'm walking around with shield and sword in hand.
Okay. As y'all are walking through this area, there is a source of light in the center, so you can all make a perception check.
$17.
13.
15.
$12.
Okay.
And I have a +10 if that tells you anything.
Oh gosh. Rhodey's distracted. Lindy, aside from labored breathing, you feel a tug coming from the center of the room.
Well, I'm already walking to it, so.
And as you get
Whenever-
closer, you obtain another piece of your soul fragment.
Yay! Does it like knock me on my feet, off my feet? Let's
No,
make
it just like goes into you and you feel all warm and glowy.
Ah,
Is it still hard to breathe?
not for a Lindy.
The light diminishes inside of Alindy, the labored breathing stops and you all are breathing normal again.
So what was that?
A light?
I think we're putting Captain Lindy here back together piece by piece.
Who do I look like? Humpty
why,
Dumpty?
why he's your captain.
Because he saved my life.
And I'm a genius captain.
How many of those crews did you lose?
Only one.
One?
How many people were on that crew?
It wasn't his fault.
4?
much-
Including myself.
How much
wasn't his
collateral
fault.
damage?
Not including myself. First off, I didn't even lose the first crew. They lost themselves. I was not there when they blew up my ship. Now let's find a way out of here. I'm looking for a way out.
You all hear in your mind again. The choices have been made. The soul fragment has been embedded with darkness.
Once again, I repeat, ominous.
Did y'all hear that too?
Did we all hear that?
Yes.
Yeah, your captain
Who-
has an STD.
Who chose darkness?
He first stole from the patrons. Then he killed the girl. And then he killed his brother. Darkness is in this one.
Nixie looks over at Rhodey and is like, mm-hmm. But yet you still think we're the bad ones.
Who's bad?
I think we all are at this point,
Not me.
except Doothfoss.
Thanks.
Absolute innocence.
Lindy, your judgment needs some work. Your impulsive actions need to be tempered. I don't know what's going to happen.
I'm not in this circle, so I don't hear any of this. I'm looking for a way out.
But I'm talking loud enough that you hear me.
Walls
You-
echo up
when
in
I-
this
Once
piece.
again, I say, I hear none of this.
When I caution you to be, when I, advise caution, it's not because I don't want you to have fun. But what we're trying to save the damned world here.
Looks up. Did you say something, Rhodey?
He said something about caution and wind.
Yes. Caution, wind, cool. Are we still looking for a way out of here? Or are we just hanging out here for the rest of the time being?
Oh no, we can look for a way out. By the way, who was that woman?
What woman?
The one without the heart.
I told you to not think about her.
Yes, and caution, wind, other things.
Isn't there a... Damn it. Druids don't get modified memory.
Trying to find a way to manipulate.
Trying to wipe her memory out of Uthvoss's head.
All right, I got a 20 on perception. Do I find a way out of here or not?
You find it's a very large, nice cave that doesn't
Is there
seem
any-
to have a
is
way
there-
out.
Is there anything in here with us?
No, not besides yourselves and then the looming voice in your mind every once in a while.
I'm just going to start casting Produce Flame and just throwing fire, balls of flame up against the wall.
Rhodey, what were you talking about? Caution and wind and take your own damn advice.
I'm not attacking anyone or stealing from anyone. I'm throwing fire at the wall.
Ye without sin cast the first stone. Jesus.
Oh my god.
Rhodey, make a roll to hit.
Why don't we just ask the voice that keeps talking to us?
22.
Okay. As one of the produced flames
Yes, it hits.
dissipates into the wall, you all find yourselves submerged underwater.
Great. Good job,
I can breathe underwater.
Rhodey. Caution, wind. Those things.
As you're going through your mind of like, she just said.
Can Can y'all breathe underwater for 10 minutes?
No, I'm going to die.
Can you hold your breath for 10 minutes?
As you're debating with your first mate, Alindy, you are finding that even though you're underwater right now, your words still have weight, and you're not drowning.
Well, apparently I'm a fish, Rhodey, and I can breathe water. So, eat that.
Rhodey, you see the entryway into the water ward up ahead.
So the water ward's up ahead. If we take 10 minutes, I can cast water breathing. We can breathe in here. But if we cross over the barrier into the water ward, I don't know that you'll be able to. And if we take 10 minutes, I can cast water breathing on all of you.
Well, get on with it. Tish, we don't have all day.
All right. I'll.
And how long does that last?
I think. Let me see.
I feel like it's one of those things that we could just find out en route.
While
It lasts 24 hours.
while Rhodey is
It lasts 24 hours.
doing
Good
a
deal.
ritual for water breathing, Nixie's just gonna be like, well, if he's gonna take 10 minutes to, or if she's gonna take 10 minutes to cast a ritual, then I guess maybe I should too. And I'm gonna ritual cast telepathic bond between the 5 of us.
That's not ominous at all.
You
Not
all
the
get to
slightest.
talk to Uthvas in his brain noggin juice.
This is gonna be real bad. I want to hurt you real bad.
So the communication is possible over any distance, though it can't extend to other planes of existence. Hey, it rhymed. How cute.
I will protect everybody.
Nice.
From
The thing behind you that you can't see because you're concentrating on being a wonderful captain.
good job. Now we're getting somewhere.
All
good
right.
boss.
So everybody can breathe water now for 24 hours.
All right. Now I'm swimming towards the water ward.
As you get closer, there's 2 tridents kind of like posted.
I'm grabbing them.
No, you're not.
It's too late. I'm already.
No,
grabbing 'em.
I'm actually physically restraining you.
Let me go.
No.
All right. What do I have
Stop.
to do to get out of this?
Then just first we want to ask permission to cross the barrier.
Okay. Can we have permission to cross the barrier?
Do you have an escort?
Yes, me.
That is
What?
from the water ward.
Sure, me.
My cousin is from the water ward.
Who is your cousin?
My cousin.
Bodhi.
I swear. Alindy.
I
Bodhi
know a
Wave-
guy from the water world.
Bodhi Wavewind.
And you are?
I'm her cousin, Brody Flamekissed. I'm also of the Water Ganassi.
You and your friends may enter.
See, Rhodey, it was no big deal. We could have went through.
This is much easier. All right. We swim through.
What do we see when we swim through it there, Judgy?
Oh no, is Uthvas and Nixie also following?
Yes.
Nah, they were like, yeah, we gonna stay here.
Deep.
Mm.
Like,
Uh-huh.
Mm.
Uh-huh.
The captain seems to be making like some poor life decisions. So
I feel like we've progressed. All right, we're going in a direction, and that's all that really matters.
okay, so you all enter into the water ward, and you see a large, bustling cityscape. There is hundreds of different aquatic huts posted, and then it like lines itself down a chain that goes, and you see a very large, intricate city. People swimming about, all types of marine life.
Let's head over to the city. And don't attack anyone.
Eleni puts his pistols away. Fine.
I don't even know if your pistols will work underwater.
We were gonna find out.
Oh my gosh. So y'all are swimming towards the city. Once you get there, there seems to be a large conglomerate of individuals present, kind of like in a group, essentially.
I'm walking to see what the group's looking at.
Hail.
So you all get closer.
Nixie's just walking like near the end, just watching this. Like, this is just like a movie to her at this point. It's just like a shit show waiting to happen, and she's just here for the drama.
Uthbos is like one step behind Rhodey, but just watching what they do.
Okay. And Gray would be following close as well. You get closer and you can hear them discussing. The great beast is just outside the city. It has killed quite a few. We are going to need strong, able bodies to take it out.
What beast is this?
Some say that it looks like a large shark, but it's much more different than that.
What's a shark look like?
You watch as the man points at one of the marine creatures flying off in the distance. Like that.
They're very fast, very aggressive.
I don't see what's so great about it.
They bite really hard too, with a lot of teeth.
So can I.
That sounds hot.
I volunteer to help.
Help with thoughts? Oh, okay.
Captain, if you want to
What did Nixie say?
attack something, how about you help? Attack the shark. Or whatever it may be.
I'm shooting at the shark that the dude pointed at.
No, you're not that shark.
Uthbos leans over to Rhodey's ear. I'm thinking about her again.
You hear like, if I could do a mind spike right now.
Oh.
Why do our all parties always end up like hurting?
Because y'all are a bunch of dickholes just hanging out with each other for a short time.
I don't know what you're talking about. Nixie is a sweet little gnome.
I mean, keep
Mostly.
hanging around these folks.
I think you pronounced gremlin wrong, but
Wow.
now to each his own. Or to each her own. Well, let's go kill this shark. Where's it at? Come on now, man. Speak up.
Are we going to all go at once, or
Send you with the volunteer crew. And you see, like, maybe a dozen or so other able bodies kind of like swimming off. Follow them.
I'm already following.
And the dozen sort seems to be a mixture of like Ganassi, Tridents, some sea elves, but they're all like swimming towards kind of the outskirts of the city.
Beathbus is going to lean over to Lindy while they're swimming. You know what's kind of ominous? That they're sending this many people. And he's just going to keep on swimming.
If they die, we can loot out of their pockets.
If they die, I have an army.
You want some help killing them?
No, I think the shark will do enough of that for us.
Fine, take all the fun out of it then. Why
The
don't you?
beast. We're trying to kill the beast, not these people.
But I have these 4 bombs.
Maybe you should use that against the beast.
Alindy, you feel another tug as you all make it to the outskirts of the city. There is a large I would say huge creature kind of looming maybe 500 feet away from the closest like individual with all of you, and it's just pacing back and forth in the water. It's huge.
Does it look like a shark?
Partially, like the creature that the man pointed at was like an actual shark, like it looked like a shark. This thing is something different. Its skin seems almost like metallic in a way, and its eyes are glowing this like ominous red, and wherever it swims it kind of leaves behind a shadowy trail of its movement pattern, essentially.
How far is it?
About 500 feet.
All right, well, I guess I'm swimming to it.
And you can sense your other soul fragment coming from this creature.
Yeah, I'm swimming to it. So, question, am I swimming away from the group now?
Yeah.
Yep, I'm swimming to it.
Well, I assumed the group would come with you.
You know what happens when you assume, Nixie? Everybody dies!
Nixie's ready.
I'm just swimming. I was swimming with the group, and then like subconsciously was just like, this feels right.
So as the dozen or so are coming up with the actual plan, you're swimming closer to this creature. You're within 400 feet.
You may want to plug your ears for this. Leroy Jenkins. That's what's happening right now. We rolling.
I like it. I'm going.
See, this is a good plan.
You get closer and closer. And closer and closer. 300 feet. 200 feet.
Keep on.
50 feet.
All right, stop right there. Time out. I'm going to cast Ray of Enfeeblement.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. That's stupid. I fucking hate D&D Beyond every fucking time. Stupid ass fucking bullshit. We got 14 plus 10, 24.
24 hits.
Cool. Yeah, now he does half damage.
Okay.
All right, I mean, I'm cruising. I'm booking it. I'm still going. Just hitting him on the way. Peek-ow!
Okay. you're like 50 feet away. So now you're 30 feet, 20 feet.
I'm gonna touch it. I'm gonna touch the butt.
It doesn't have a butt.
That's Finding Nemo reference, but whatever. You don't like talking animals.
So you're going to touch it.
Yeah.
Roll to hit just to see if you can.
Wow. Really?
I mean, you're an offensive creature. Maybe it doesn't want to be touched.
19.
That doesn't touch it. It
What?
swims past.
What? All right, well, I'm swimming to it. I'm going to try and touch it again.
Okay.
I ought to shoot it in its fucking face.
Why are you trying to pet it? Just kill it.
Boop, boop, boop. Ooh, 19 plus 26.
Okay. You touch it.
Oh, yeah, what happens?
You make a intelligence save.
16.
Okay. As you touch the creature, from it sparks tendrils that shoot out like a web of veins into the sea, and each tendril you can see as a different life path. And from it, if you follow, you can see different outcomes.
So it's like a future Dylan animal.
Sort of. Except you see this.
So I just see possible futures.
Mm-hmm.
Do I see what path I need to take to reach these possible futures?
No, that's the thing about the future. It's not paved. He looks behind him. He sees Rhodey there. Rhodey looks pissed. He looks back at the creature.
Yeah, I don't know what to do with what I'm seeing there, big dog.
Well, yeah, because you haven't made a choice. What do you want to do?
I want to go with the best possible future.
What is that in Lindy's eyes?
Possibly not dying,
Okay.
and then the world not ending. Those would be pretty much the two.
Nice.
Yeah, see?
That second one's not an option in any of those path
What?
ranges.
The world's gonna die.
But you do see one
Okay.
path that's definitely like, if you go down that one, he's gonna eat your head off. So you might want to.
Okay, is there a path where all of my current team members get what they want, even if that involves a Lindy dying?
Roll a d20.
I don't want Uthvas to get what he wants. I don't want him even to think about Arya.
15.
Ooh,
Uh,
Arya and you.
there's a few different ones, like maybe 8.
Can I narrow that down to where Uthvas doesn't get to like harm people that I give a shit about?
Roll me a d8.
Oh, come on. 5.
Just say no now. Roll me a d8 5. No. There's no path.
There's 3 options that don't have that.
Okay. Are there any options that would piss Nixie off, but she would still kind of get what she wants?
1 out of the 3.
All right, we'll have to roll for that one. Yeah, I'm gonna choose that one then.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Is this your judgment?
Yep.
You pick that, and the rest of the life tendrils break off as if they've died rapidly, and that one remains true. And you all are thrust down almost like a whirly twirl? I don't know.
A whirlpool?
Kind of, but it doesn't feel like you're in water. It's just like you're going down like a cyclone path.
Like a wormhole?
The
Have you
vortex
ever been
of-
through a wormhole? I feel like there's a lot of ripping of your innards and stuff getting.
Well, from what I understand, you just get really, really small to like pinpoint. And you have to go through that, and then you come out.
I'm like confetti, or. But yeah, you
Just
all
not violent. A wormhole, but not violent. There you go. See, look. We're getting somewhere.
Are we though?
So you all arrive. Everyone's safe. What would you like to do?
Where are we at? I'm looking around. Like, what? Where?
You're standing at a mountaintop. Clear skies for as far as you can see.
How far up the mountaintop are we?
If this was Everest, you would be at the top.
Am I dead?
No.
Because you never said if this path killed me or not.
Oh, there's much worse things than killing you.
God damn it. Hmm. Do we see anything or notice anything that might point us in the correct direction that we need to go to do whatever needs to be done?
You see your soul fragment at the end waiting. Looks back at Rhodey. Rhodey still looks pissed.
I'm gonna go touch the soul fragment.
Okay. And it goes into you all warm and glowy like.
Oh.
This one feels like light instead of darkness. Comparatively, if you had to like judge the taste of the souls.
Nixie leans over to Uthvas and is like, do you get the feeling that we're just like on a mission with him to get his shopping list done? I don't feel like this is getting us any closer to saving the world.
That's not a possibility.
But as long as we're safe, time to find people for a party.
The world's gonna die regardless.
None of those answered my question, but yep, sure.
How do you know this? The world's gonna die regardless.
Because it's inevitable?
Yes, because it's inevitable, and that creature told me.
What do you mean it told you?
I touched it. It showed me possible futures. There were none where the world survived. So
Maybe it
there you
didn't just maybe it didn't show you all possible futures.
What made you choose this one?
go. Not everybody gets what they want.
Kind of didn't want to be on a mountaintop, but I guess while we're here, might want to start walking down.
Or now hear me out, since we've followed Captain Numbnuts over here the whole time and it's really not gotten us anywhere, I can try to contact a being who might have some answers for us. But I
Hey.
run the risk of going insane for the rest of the day.
Oh, just a
That
day?
was rude.
Just the day, yeah.
Rhodey will lean over and touch your shoulder and say, "Hey, I believe in you. You got this." And he'll cast guidance.
And Uthvas takes a length of rope and makes a harness and ties it around Nixie. And then at the end of it, ties it to his belt. So I got you covered just in case.
Now you could potentially have a crazy Nixie attached to you.
I am gonna sit down on my broom
Is this
and wait. Okay.
when you say crazy? What do you mean?
Oh, just like a gibbering, non-functional mess that can't communicate or really do anything until I sleep it off. It's only happened like once or twice before, no big deal.
Uthvas would be, don't worry, I got it covered. He's going to reach into his bag and pull out a bunch of grapes. It's like, she likes treats. It's okay.
So, what 5 questions would we like an answer to?
How do we save the world?
I've already told you we can't, but you can
That's
ask the question
no,
if you
don't
want.
no, Nixie, don't ask that question.
Why?
That's a dumb question.
How is it a dumb question? That's our entire purpose and goal here.
Well, they kind of have to be yes or no questions mostly anyway.
You said there's 5 questions you can ask.
Yes.
How about we each get 1 question?
Don't need one. Somebody can have mine.
We could do it that way if you would like.
I mean, otherwise it's just going to be others saying that your question's not good enough, or this question should be asked.
Nixie looks over at a Wendy and then just looks back to Grant.
I mean, unless you can think of anything better.
Well, I just thought that maybe there were 5 questions that we actually were useful right now to our situation, maybe. But if there's anything you really want to know, then I'd be happy to ask something for you.
Who are you asking?
Oh, I don't know. We could pick that too. I could ask a demigod or a fey creature or
I have an idea, and I'm going to lean over and whisper a name in Nixie's ear.
we could also contact the spirit of somebody who's already dead.
Isn't that what Uthvas is for?
He kind of just brings people back mostly.
Yeah, I don't talk to the dead. I'm more of a physical person.
I don't know. I don't know what we could ask if it has to be a yes or no question.
Well, Rhodey, your question could be, can we save the world at all?
One
And your
word,
answer is going to be no.
Yeah, but we don't even know if this person will know that answer.
not necessarily yes or no questions, but they have to be questions that have like a very short reply, mostly just 1 word replies. I mean, I don't have to do it. I just thought maybe it might be helpful.
Oh, the time is ticking.
What do we see on the mountain?
Um, y'all are just standing. The mountain itself is pretty green, which is odd. The skies are clear, but the pathway down does seem to be long and treacherous.
Well, while you decide, I'm heading down the path.
Yeah, let's just go down the path. I mean that's a good idea. Maybe I don't know what to ask, Nixie.
Ethos is gonna float down the mountain alongside LND.
That's fine. We can save it.
Nixie, you hear a call, kind of like a murmur at first. Then it gets louder and louder. And it sounds like your brothers calling for you.
She starts looking around.
Rhodey, similarly, you hear something that's almost inaudible come into pitch. And then finally, this like surfer girl accent catches your ears, and you perk up and you hear your cousin Bodhi calling for you. And as the two of you are looking around, you both kind of catch eye that you're hearing something, but you don't hear what each other are hearing.
I hear something, Nixie.
Oh, what do you hear?
I hear my cousin.
Hmm. That's interesting because I hear my brothers.
Are your brothers okay?
Do they sound like they're okay?
Yeah,
Or do
they
they
sound like
sound
they're
like-
giving like Nixie search calls, like where are you, sort of.
Do they sound like they are from the vision from earlier? Or do they sound like they are not in that vision and they're like just calling for me? Like,
They don't
in
sound
real
like
time.
they're from that vision. They sound a bit older, and they're just calling out to you.
Oh, well, this is odd. Earlier, I had a vision of my brothers, and now I'm hearing them. Earlier when we were asked if we wanted to something new or not, but they sound older. They don't sound like they're in danger, though. I haven't heard them for a very long time, though.
What
Can
happens
I-
if you answer him?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, can I like send out my thoughts and like call their names?
Yeah. Did you say anything specific, or are you just calling out their names?
I just call out their names and say that I can hear them.
And there's a pause. And the eldest of all of them calls out, "Where are you?"
I'm on a mountain somewhere. We just got here. I don't actually know where I am. Are you near me?
And as you call out to them, their voices kind of like drown out.
Are you there? It's been so long, you can't leave already. Hello?
And nothing.
Oh. She just kind of slumps her shoulders. They're gone.
Hmm. Maybe they couldn't hear you.
They asked where I was. And then nothing.
Hmm. Well, it is a good question. Where the hell are we?
Well, I have this spell where I can contact a demigod or something, and they could probably tell us. But does that mean that they're alive?
Possible.
For now, anyway.
Are we still in the book?
Is Brody saying that out loud, or are you asking the DM? Oh, she's asking.
Rhodey's saying that out loud.
It's just a yes to both.
Well, I could contact a demigod or something and ask that question.
I mean,
I don't know if we're still in the book.
okay, that's at least probably one question we could ask.
But I thought we couldn't ask open-ended questions.
It's a yes or no.
Yeah,
We
all you
can-
have to say is are we in the book? It's a yes or a no. Just like can we save the world? Yes or a no.
We can ask questions that aren't necessarily yes or no questions, but they have to be one word answer questions.
Then you could technically ask, where are we?
Yes, that's why. Yes.
Well, no, Nixie, that's not a yes or a no question. That would be
No,
a one-word answer.
I'm aware of this, but I previously said that we could ask questions with very concise, more one-word answers. So when Rhodey asked where we were, I said I could ask.
You're
She's-
babbling, Nixie. You're babbling.
Yeah, no shit.
I'm gonna slowly lift Nixie from the ground and put her up higher onto my shoulder and just kind of stand there with crossed arms.
So you have two questions. What's your third, fourth, and fifth?
Why aren't you wanting to ask a question?
Because I have all the answers I need.
Really? Then where are we?
I don't need to know.
What do you need to know?
No, I don't need to know.
No, I said, what do you need to know?
I've already told you I don't need to know anything. I chose the path that would make everyone happy, except for Nixie. She will be happy but unhappy at the same time.
Oh, that's so absolutely asshole-ish of you.
I never claimed not to be an asshole.
I never said you did claim to not be an asshole.
I'm still just rolling down this path. It's got to come out somewhere.
How far are you getting away from everybody else?
Well, seeing as how they're
I'm
just kind of
following.
like talking and cutting up and, living the
Yeah.
dream back there, I assume that I'm pulling ahead pretty far.
No, I'm following.
Oh, I
You're
would've-
making
I'm
great
tired of just-
legwork.
Rhodey's getting pissed. She's tired of feeling like we're just not making any progress.
Yeah, I feel like we would have been walking and talking for a little bit.
I am in a great mood. I'm just walking. I'm getting my 10,000 steps in for the day. You know, feeling great, doing good.
And on the 999th step.
9,999th step.
You all are making decent way down the mountain, and Alindy's kind of like pulled ahead a little, but not by much. You can still see him. And then Alindy, you take a step, and you're all standing inside of a house.
Well, this is cozy. I mean, unless there's dead people in here. What's in the house?
It seems lived in. You hear footsteps upstairs, and the kitchen has like something cooking.
I'm getting a bowl of whatever's cooking.
Okay, you go into the kitchen. It's soup.
Good soup.
Uthvas is going to follow, picking up a bowl. I'm going to address Lindy. So that's not normal. So I'm going to assume this is a lot of your weird things.
Your guess is as good as mine.
Well, I think that means you need to figure it out.
Do you see any bread? Bread would go good.
I'm going to look on the counter.
There is some bread on the counter.
Okay.
All right, I'm
gonna
tearing
break
off
it.
a. Yep.
I'll
what
break
are the
it.
ladies doing while y'all are
Thank you.
freaking
Thank you,
smorgasbord
Uthvas.
eating?
I'm gonna look like around the house, see if I can find someone. If I have to go upstairs where we heard footsteps, that's what I'll do.
Okay.
We'll go with Rhodey.
Rhodey, as you get upstairs, a figure walks down the hall, and you see her nursing like a child, and it's Mei Li. I told you there's far worse things than death, my dear.
Couldn't you just have killed me?
So Maylee's the one nursing the child?
Yeah.
You didn't want to die.
I
This was your
said,
choice.
Even if it involves me dying.
I mean, this is a sort of dying inside.
It's killing my
every day.
soul. You got all your pieces of your soul back. Now I'm gonna crush them into little pieces.
Does she see me? Can she see me?
She does, and she like perks up, like recognizing you.
Hello, Maylee.
Rhodey, I wasn't expecting you here. Alindy didn't say anything about you coming for dinner.
Is he here?
He should be downstairs cooking like I told him last.
Okay. How's the little one?
Oh, he's fine. He's just taking a nap.
Oh, you're just gonna slide right into that, Rhodey?
I forgot his name. What's his name?
Are you okay, Rhodey?
I have a headache.
Well, Aleem is still Aleem.
Well, yeah, I'm so sorry. I feel like something's been running around in my head today.
Oh, you have a friend.
Oh, yes, this is Nixie. I'm recently met her.
Hello, Nixie.
Hello. She curtsies.
I'm
Nice
Mei Li.
to meet you.
Some call me Alindy's wife. Alindy usually doesn't use such titles.
Such big words, I understand. What do you call yourself?
Mei Li.
Do you not consider yourself his wife?
Sometimes. It depends on if he's acting proper or not.
So never.
Usually.
Understandable.
Are you too hungry?
You know, I thought I heard somebody downstairs when we came up. Maybe Alindy's down there.
I'm gonna reach out with my telepathic link to Rhodey and in her mind whisper, "I'm
Seems
thinking
like
about
a
her
girl.
again."
Oh no.
Have you seen Arya recently?
Not recently. They both came by the other day, actually. It's strange now that they're demigods, but it is what it is.
Rhodey's speechless.
Demigods, you said.
Yes.
Oh, see, Rhodey, maybe I can contact one of them to ask some questions.
You know,
I didn't know you were so well connected.
Maybe that's not a bad idea. Yeah. Are there any windows?
Not in the hallway, but there's windows, like you can see rooms and stuff.
Yeah. I just wanted to look outside and see what I see.
Seems to be a clear day. Daytime still.
Are we in a city or a village, or are we out in the country?
It seemed to be in kind of like a cabin house out in the woods.
Okay.
Is it down by the river?
No.
Unlucky.
Okay, let's go downstairs.
So the group of you go downstairs. Lindy and Uthvas, y'all are in the kitchen. And the ladies with Lindy's child also come into the space. Lindy, you didn't say you were bringing so many guests.
Lindy, you should hold Elim.
Jaw just drops.
Are you trying to disguise this at any time? Or are you just like baffled?
Elim's getting so big. He's so adorable, Lindy.
So you recognize this place then?
No.
What do you mean you don't recognize your home?
Why is Maylee here?
She's your wife?
My what?
Why are you acting like
Maylee
this?
looks over at Nixie. Do you see what I mean?
I understand what you mean now.
Well, everyone, it's time to go.
Well, shouldn't we eat first?
I've eaten. It's time to go.
Inspo to Rhodey and look to the DM.
I bet your wife has missed you.
I don't have a wife.
Well, whoever that lady is.
You know,
A
that's very
child.
rude to say. She's right here.
I'm walking to the door.
You know what? We'll be back.
Does he run away a lot? She asked Maylee.
I'm walking out the door.
Uthvas is gonna put down the soup and walk out after Lindy. Guess we're going to get milk.
He is rather eccentric from time to time, yes.
Oh yeah, that's one word.
I'm gonna grab a piece of bread, and you know what? I can't wait to see you again. I'm sure we'll be back soon. And I'll give her a hug before I walk out.
And Nixie.
Well, I guess it was nice meeting you. I would be surprised if we ever met again, but in this moment, it was wonderful. Take care of yourself.
You too as well, Nixie. Pleasure meeting you.
Thank you. Sure. Follow along.
As you all come out of the front of the house, you see Gray, and he's talking to his daughter Colty and her friend Evelyn.
What the hell?
So yeah, Alindy, you come out first.
This
Is there a path around them that I can take?
Yeah, you can like walk away the
Yeah, I'm just
diagonal
walking
direction.
around. And, like I'm saying, is there a path away from the house? Because that's where I'm headed.
As you come out, you can see a path that leads into the woods, and if you look, it's up back on that mountain peak that y'all were at, or you can go further down into like the village.
Going to the village.
You go to the village. Yeah, what are the rest of y'all doing?
I'm following a Lindy, eating on some bread, going to the village.
Guess I'm following along as well, but I'm going to send a message to Wendy in his mind and just be like, you can't run forever.
Oh, yes, I can.
Oh, you're going to be a very tired man.
These boots are made for walking, and that's just what I'll do.
Actually, those boots were made for flying because they're wingy boots.
That is a true statement.
Rhodey's just getting more and more angry because this is pointless.
So y'all make it to the village.
No, I didn't go.
Rhodey stayed.
She's pissed. We're just going from place to place, following a Lindy.
Because he's the captain.
Shit,
Done.
yeah.
Rhodey's
I mean-
done. She walks back in the house.
Maylee, who set Aleem down into his carriage, looks over. Are you staying for dinner?
No. And I know you're going to think I'm crazy, but I don't think any of this is real.
What do you mean, Rhodey?
The world outside is ending. And when I say the world outside, I don't mean outside of that door. I mean, I think we're in another dimension and we can't get out. And this is one possible future of many that Lindy chose. And we're just wandering around in it. And I think you're just part of that right now.
And she looks at you kind of like perplexed. I mean, she's a cleric, but even this is going above her like faith grade. But you watch in her confusion as she freezes.
That's what I thought. I'm sorry. I don't think you can hear me. You're not even real. But if you can, I'm sorry. And I'll walk out.
And everything else is frozen. Gray talking to his daughter and Evelyn, the birds flying in the air. You know, this could be real,
It's not real.
but isn't it?
No. I want
And
out.
Asmodeus appears. I don't think there is an out, my dear. Your captain chose for you.
He doesn't choose for me anymore.
What would you choose? How is this life any different than any life that...
I would choose death over this life
Why?
because it's not real.
Is it?
No,
Your world is crumbling.
I want to save our world. If it costs me my own life, I will do it.
No sense throwing your life away now. Your
This
world's
isn't
already
existence.
gone.
This isn't an existence. I want to reverse it. You have the fucking power to do it.
Oh, I'm doing things. I'm building a new world. From scratch.
I want a new world.
Well, if we listened to every mortal that wanted something, then what would us gods be doing?
Why are you doing this? What was wrong with the world the way it was?
Had you not seen it, sensed it? It was crying out for help for so long.
Not from you.
Oh no, not from me. From everyone that plane shifted and ripped it apart from bit by bit. They didn't care. I mean, you just went to Ukador the other day and you came back.
To save this world.
Save it. You practically write its own death sentence. Do you know what plane shifting does? It rips a hole into the fabric of existence and takes you to another land. Now what happens when 6,000 other people do it on a consistent basis? What happens when your time is rewound to correct your fate? You, as well as all your other
Then send me back.
dumpster fire crew? Send you back where? There is
Send me
no
back.
back.
Send me back to that day. Rewind everything. I will stay dead if it can save this world.
I really do love Kalamar, but time magic just isn't what it was back in the day. You have to accept that Diademia is gone.
I don't believe you.
Well,
You
you don't
lie.
have to believe me. Where would you rather go, if not here, in this fake world, as you say? If Diademia was gone like that overnight, what would Rhodey want to do?
If Diademia was gone overnight and I survived it,
Well, yes. I mean, you
Where would
have
I be?
survived it because of your inept ability to stay in one place.
where is here? I know it's not real, but where is it?
is the crossroads. It's only a figment of what could be, but if Alindi so wishes it, this could definitely be his future.
Considering what I just saw inside that house, I don't think this would be his choice of
Oh,
future.
think about that boy. He always makes terrible choices.
You're
He
telling me-
tries to look out for all of you. I mean, fails every time, but tries nonetheless. He only picked this future because it was one where you were alive in it. You see, Alindi doesn't care about being happy and living the faux pas life of glitz and glam.
I know. He cares about his crew. I've always known that.
But you were so adamant about throwing it all away just now. You were done.
Because this isn't fixing anything. This is a false existence.
My dear, the task that you all are trying to accomplish is not accomplishable.
Why not?
Are you a god?
No.
That's why.
How do I become a god?
That is the prime question that we all want. You know,
No.
I just made some demigods the other day.
I don't want to be a god. I just want to find a way to save Diademia.
Well, save and preserve are two different things. I can offer you the power to do that, but not in its original state. I mean, Diademia is gone. However, it is being rebuilt as we speak. And your friends are helping. Arya and Arlo. Galen, even.
Like the real them, or just some manifestation that you
The
created?
real them. I mean, Galen and Arya were able to not make a pact with me and attain godhood, but Arlo is one of my prize champions. He's my god of war. But you see, if you don't take this life here, there's only one place left for all of you. And that, my dear, is exile. It's a city where people don't have a world to go to because their world is gone.
Do I see Asmodeus? I mean, do I actually see him?
Mm-hmm. I mean, he's like a large looming figure, but yeah.
Right. I didn't know if I actually saw some sort of physical vision of him. I just heard the voice. What do you want from us? Why?
I like it when people choose.
Why? So I have two choices. One is to accept this, and the other, if I choose not to, is to be exiled. To be sent to exile.
Yes. Very lofty options. I mean, this is just the crossroads. This potentially could be your true future just as soon as the world is rebuilt. All those lost souls will be repopulated to mingle and go back into the world. But the events will be different. I mean, the Triperian Empire will not be in Diademia, for one, because they will be on their own plane. And because of that, there's a lot of other events that won't take place.
Does that mean I'll get sent back to Ukador?
Ooh, potentially. I mean, Ukdor could be your real home. Is it still your home? Which one do you claim? You have so many.
It's where I'm from. That's where I want to go. Eventually, when this is all done. That was my goal. To stop a great evil and then go home.
A great evil.
Well, until you, I thought it was a great evil. But now there's you. Obviously, the greatest of all evils.
Well, I am flattered. But that doesn't change the present situation of you making your choice. I mean, I could also even allow you to go back to Ukador. However, I can't give you a definite that you'd be able to come back here to the new Diademia.
I want what's best for the souls that used to exist here.
Again, they'll be brought back.
What is this? What is this world you're creating?
It's
I mean, I don't
Diademia.
trust you. I don't trust you that it's going to be a good place. You're going to be.
Well,
Are they going to have free will?
I am not solely creating it myself. I mean, it's very difficult for a god to create an entire existence. I mean, I'm not Lord Io, for crying out loud. They will have their choices. They will do the same thing they've always done. They're humans, elves, dwarves, however you want to race it. They will make their own choices. Gods just help with influence, whether it's influence of good faith or something else. No one's truly evil, no one's truly divine. Those are all just faux pas titles. As you can see, your captain has the capability of both. What he so chooses is up to him. But you can't force someone to do something, Rhodey, which is why, again, I offer the choice for you to create your own destiny and forge your own path.
What is the price of this choice?
I don't know. Whatever helps you sleep at night. If you want this, then you will wait for this in the crossroads as you are currently. Or I can just send you to exile, and you can wait for your world to be repopulated and your memories erased, and you become a new Rhodey, essentially, when Diademia is recreated. Or I can just send you back to Ukador.
The people here. If I go back to Ukador,
What is the question?
and if I say yes, send me back to Ukador, you'll just send me and I'll be home. Well,
Yes. Potentially it'll be a 1-for-1 swap. I'll bring someone here. I'll send you over there
why would you do that?
to keep the balance, of course. If you take away too much from one place, you.
I was
lose it.
from there though, and you said you were going to send people back to their home.
Yes, but do you claim Ukador as your home?
In my heart, it's my home. But I would give my life to save this one. I just don't. I don't know.
Should I come back? I always seem to have to come back.
Yeah. I'm assuming I can just call out and you'll come back whenever I do.
Yes, I'm always listening.
Okay. I have to think.
And he vanishes. And the shift from the quiet to everything going back to what it was, birds animating and people talking, is a kind of a shock at first, but you stand there for a moment. Rhodey, are you okay?
Physically, I'm okay. Emotionally, I don't think so.
That's fair.
We're in a sort of limbo, being held by Asmodeus. None of this is real.
Does that mean she's not really here?
I think so. There may be a way that I can get her here. But Diademia is gone. And Asmodeus is rebuilding it to be repopulated by all the souls that were on it when it was destroyed. And I could possibly get her here. He said a balance had to be in place.
What kind of balance?
If he sends me back to Ukador, then someone has to take my place here from Ukador.
Well, I wouldn't want you to make that decision for her. I would at least hope she had
Right.
an option.
That's, yeah. I don't know how to handle this. For probably one of the only times in my life I'm truly just, I don't know what to do. I thought I could save this place, and I failed. I wanted to save this place.
mean, if things were different, I'm sure we all have made different choices. I mean, I would have made different choices. But we can only really change our future ones and make those better than our past.
I held out hope. I don't really care about my future.
But that's just the thing, Rhodey. You have to. People are depending on you to.
Who? None of this is real. I mean,
the captain.
I didn't.
Pretty sure your opinion's one of the only ones he actually considers.
Yeah, sometimes I wonder.
Speaking of which, I'm pretty sure I saw him and the others headed towards the village, and I can only imagine what trouble he's about to pull.
Maybe we should chase him down. I'm sure that the others would want to know what I just told you.
All right. Let's do that then.
All right.
And as you two head to the village, Alindi, you arrive. Nixie and Uthvas with you. And it is a nice, quaint village. Roll a history check.
$21.
It takes you a moment as you look around, but
28.
Oh, this was for Lindy, sorry.
Fine, I didn't want to play anyway.
It is the village that you were born at. And all those memories of masked Alindi start to flood back. But you can see that his demeanors change, Nixie and Uthvas.
Is it the village from when I was born, or is it just the village I was born in this current time?
It would have been the village from your old, initially like your old life.
Right, but what I'm saying is it the time when I was a
Oh,
kid?
no. It's after, like, you know, post-marrying Maylee after. And having a kid.
I'm just gonna walk around and see what I find.
Okay. There's different huts. You see a large kind of chief's hut house at the top of the hill. And other than that, it's pretty nice, normal village. People are going about their normal day.
I'm gonna change myself to look like a much shorter, stockier dwarf, and I'm going to look for, a fruit vendor or somebody, and just take a couple pieces and start enjoying them. But I'm keeping probably about 2-3 paces behind Lindy.
Okay. Nixie, what are you doing?
I mean, I guess I'm just following around or following for the show at this point. I'm gonna just mentally be like, Rhodey? Gray? Did you guys get lost?
We're coming, Nixie.
Please don't leave me with this guy forever.
I hate him so much. He's such a good guy.
This older woman looks up at you, Nixie. Oh, my dear, are you new here?
I think you meant down.
You don't know she's not shorter than me.
I thought she was on Uthvas's show.
Sure, we'll say that.
Sure.
Get wrecked, Lindy.
Yeah. That's what we'll go with, even though that never happened. That's fine.
Maybe she's a gnome and she's shorter than Nixie is now. You don't know.
Yeah, it did happen. I put her on my shoulder when you yelled at her because we were very disapproving.
Yeah. I stuck my tongue out at you. No, I've never been here before.
Oh, you're
So
in...
yes, that would make me new.
Oh, you're in Fanehill. How long are you staying for?
Oh, I really don't know how long I'm staying in any single place anymore at this point. I honestly couldn't answer that question.
Oh, well, if we could provide anything, just let us know.
Like, in the entire city, if I need anything, just come to you?
Well, not just to me. You can go to, the village elder. Her name is Coffee.
Oh. Okay.
What does she look like?
She has red hair. Usually keeps it long.
Okay.
She's married to Joseph.
Okay, can we go back to the description?
Red hair, green eyes.
You might
Okay,
want to pick
green
a
eyes.
different hair color.
What do you mean?
You know, just never mind, go on.
Oh. Yes, I mean, that is her description.
Would she be slender?
Generally, yes. She is a wood elf.
Okay, so wood elf. Okay, I have a better idea now. I mean, just saying long red hair. I mean, I could go find a horse with long red hair.
Well, you can't
That would
find
be
a
a
long
hilarious
red
elder. Oh,
horse
Nixie.
at the village elder's house.
Could you imagine if the village elder was a horse? That'd be pretty funny.
Right? As I'm walking towards the direction of where I think the elder's house would be, it's like, so I have this idea. Next time we go underground, we start a colony and make a horse the mayor.
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Around this time, Rhodey and Gray, you would have made it into the village as well.
Did Lindy hear any of that?
Were you in the mindset to?
I mean, I was just walking around, not really paying attention to anything else.
Then no.
Probably
How
not.
can you say you're not paying attention to anything else, but yet ask if you hear?
Yeah, but
Do
I'm not
I
really.
hear
pay-
that?
I'm not really.
paying attention to it.
I'm
but-
not really paying attention to anything. Like, I'm not focused on anything.
Shut up, Captain.
Oh, God. We needed Nixie on the dumpster
this is
fire
how I get
years
treated
ago.
constantly. One day people will be nice.
Yeah, to
Poor
be
Alexa.
fair, a conversation between me and Nixie probably happened in Undercommon. So, unless you have that,
Or Abyssal, one of the
no,
other.
No,
I would have used
Oh.
Undercommon.
Yeah, Rhodey knows Abyssal.
Yep.
You're muted, Rhodey.
Rhodey knows Undercommon too.
Get wrecked, Uthros.
Get shit on! Get shit on!
Poor little Annie.
You're
Try
trash,
so
kid.
hard.
You're trash.
Alindy, make a perception check. Not because you heard anything, but because you need to make a perception check.
Okie dokie.
Because you're not paying attention to anything.
12, 16.
You look up and you see someone staring at you with their arms crossed.
Do I recognize this person?
Well, I would hope it's your brother, Joseph.
The one that I killed?
That was just a soul Joseph manifestation.
I'm just gonna start walking towards him then.
Alindy,
Yes, brother?
Evelyn's missing.
Who?
Evelyn, Coffee, and I have a daughter named Evelyn. We've been over this.
What? When?
I was hoping you could go out and find her for me.
I could help, but I don't know an Evelyn. Or what an Evelyn looks like.
You met her.
Oh. Oh, I did.
Ah, Rhodey's in town. Are you going back on your ship there, Alindy? I know how you like to go back to the glory days.
Well,
No,
aren't
he
you
brought it
just
back
a
and
spicy
crashed
boy?
it already.
I
Sounds about
didn't
right.
know such thing.
New crew members?
They would. They wish they were new crew members.
He's not my captain.
Oh,
Oh,
captain,
no,
not
we
my
are
captain.
definitely not part of his crew. His old crew, he brought back dead and killed them again. His track record's not all that
He
great.
tells it a bit differently during the holidays, but
They always do.
I'm sorry. My name is Joseph. My brother is rude and doesn't know how to introduce people.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Nixie Star Seeker, and she curtsies.
Uthwath leans in, extends himself. And I'll not like Uthwath's Bethud.
Pleasure. So,
To be friends with this one, Joseph.
what?
Oh, do we like to party?
Oh, Joseph loves to party.
You know I can't party anymore. It's hard enough keeping track of coffee.
But what he really
Well,
means is
when she's not
he loves to
old
party.
hag coffee. Anyways, what brings you down to the village? Did Maylee send you for another fetch errand?
Well, considering we're not from here and we're not from.
Asmodeus.
Sure, that
everything.
explains everything.
Asmodeus?
Asmodeus. Freeze
Say it
everything.
a third time.
Everyone in the village and everything else freezes.
What about
Elendion's
me?
confused in his frozenness.
You're not frozen. Neither is Nixie, neither is Uthvath, neither is Rhodey, neither is Gray, neither is Joseph.
Joseph is real. That's what I wanted to know.
Wow, clever girl.
Rhodey?
We're all in some limbo created by Asmodeus when he destroyed Diademia.
And why are
And-
we here, Rhodey?
Somehow you got us here.
But why are we here, Rhodey?
We're here to make a choice.
Yes, and what are the choices?
To go back into the new world, the new Diademia as created by Asmodeus and his helpers.
Or
Or go to an exile.
and why are those the only two options, Rhodey? I'd like to say that I told you so, but you don't listen.
Because I wanted to save the world.
I already told you there was no saving the world. It's already gone.
Yes, I discovered that
So we're finally
I'm-
on the same page, and he nudges Rhodey. Because of the book, Rhodey.
yeah,
It was a joke.
I got it. But
But
that's the choices we have. I mean, Asmodeus may give you a different choice.
so our choices are to stay in a world where all of our loved ones are alive, or
Are they alive?
I don't know, are they?
I mean, we're alive.
I just told you Evelyn is missing.
Mei Ling isn't real. So I guess you're happy about that.
But what is? Are you sure she's not real?
Yeah.
How do you know?
Because whenever Asmodeus froze everything,
Lindy's like, but I want a kid. Don't take my child away from me, Rhodey.
Rhodey's just out here crushing hearts.
He's like,
You know, I did it physically. He's just doing it metaphorically. Which is worse, though? Which is worse?
so Uthvas, Nixie, Joseph. That's our situation. I don't know how you got here, Joseph, or when.
So where's this Asmodeus?
I'm sure he can hear us.
Here, if
Come
you
on
say
out.
his name 3 times, he'll appear.
Asmodeus, Asmodeus, Asmodeus.
you sound ridiculous.
I
Lindy.
step away and duck down.
Rhodey, Coffee and I arrived some years ago after we helped clear out the Black Plague that was eating up this village.
You arrived years ago.
Yes.
So you knew this was a different plane? Or a different existence?
Well, not until you froze everything.
What?
Crushing people's dreams.
Whenever Coffee took you,
When we left the ship.
yeah, to control you or to keep us safe and protect you and us, she took you.
Yes, and we traveled for a short while, but ultimately we ended up appearing here. And
It's only been a couple of weeks.
not for us. Are you saying that you aren't you all aren't the future versions of yourself?
We aren't us from here. Correct.
So your one's closely to after the ship?
Directly after the ship, yes.
Shortly after you left, we were set upon by mind flayers who,
Destroyed my ship.
yeah, destroyed the ship. And
That's we're just gonna glaze right over that.
Another thing he brings up.
I tried to give my life to save your damn ship, Elindi.
And see where that got us. No ship.
Seeing the pattern stacks.
And after they told us that our world was going to end if we didn't do something about it. So for the last week or so, we've been trying to do something about it.
And we tried, we clearly failed, our world's gone, and now we're here.
Regardless, what's now? What do we do now?
I don't know. We can
Well,
wait.
seeing as to how your entire existence is probably a lie, that's a good question.
Well, I could contact a demigod and we could ask them some questions.
Or Asmodeus could stop eavesdropping like a creep and show his face and answer some questions.
We could just leave.
Watch as Asmodeus slinks out of Elindy's shadow and towers over him.
Just had to take a
So Uthwas just slams his palm into his face. You dumb motherfucker.
So he was Asmodeus. Is that what you're saying?
No, he
No,
just
my
came out of his
shadow.
shadow like a creepy.
Oh, okay.
Is this creepy
Oh.
enough?
Speak of the devil.
Literally.
Hello there.
You address me by my other name. I like it. Ah, Rhodey, have you come to a decision?
Daddy.
As you like strangling Elindy.
I will stay here because I'm not going to cause someone to be sent here without a free choice in the matter.
Who said anything about free choices being removed? I told you, Rhodey, I enjoy choices.
Yes, but do they know what they would be getting into? I'm not going to be a part of that.
So you're left with two options. Do you want the wool pulled over your eyes? Or do you just want to wait here?
I don't want my memories wiped. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys that if you choose exile, memory is wiped, and you won't have any recollection of any of this.
Just
You
the most important fact you leave out.
Yeah, that is my bad. And you won't have any recollection
I
of
make
who
a
you were,
oopsie.
or any recollection of who you are or were.
Kind of fond of who I am right now.
You all are vastly picking one option. What about the rest of you? And he looks over to Nixie and Lindy.
Well, what are the pros and cons to each option? The pros to staying here. Well, I don't see any.
You just live out your life until it becomes your life one day. Although you're always remembering your previous life, so.
To me, that sounds like hell.
You did pick this option, must I remind you?
I feel like I was lied to in that bargain.
I mean, there was far worse options.
Yes, for everyone else. There were only better options for me.
Yeah. Are you taking the high road now?
So what you're saying is if I take the wrong road, it'll ruin the correct road for everyone else?
No. You've directed their path to this option, and now this is the only option that they have to pick from aside from the other option, which is having their mind wiped. And essentially, they could still go there and then just be plopped back here anyway, except they'll think that this is their life the whole time, so you're really doing them a service.
I choose the option where I lose all my memories and come back not knowing the prior life.
And you? And he looks at Nixie.
So our options are either to stay here in exile and think that
No, exile is where you lose your memory.
this was the life that we lived. Yeah, we lose our memory and think that this is the way that it has always been. Or we just wait for new Diademia to be remade and then go back.
Yes, except everything will be different, but you'll still have your you, and you can feel free to make new options for yourself.
When you say different, what do you mean?
Think of it this way. If I had a rock and I threw it in a pond, and it rippled out, and I tried to mimic that, well, I could probably mimic that, but if a normal person tried to mimic that, they couldn't necessarily replicate it to the same amount of ripples.
Oh, the chaos theory. I've read all about this. It's like if you drop water on somebody's hand and it rolls down one way and then you drop it on their hand again, it won't roll in the same way.
Exactly.
It'll go a different way.
But that doesn't answer my question. You're remaking Diademia. In what ways will it be different?
The events that help shape it. We are fortifying Diademia, making sure that people like you who like to plane shift here every, I don't know, day or so, aren't given that capability. There's ways to get to Diademia, don't get me wrong, except it's a little bit more difficult.
Rhodey, it's a very simple choice. You either choose to be here with your memories or you choose to be here without them.
Oh, I'm keeping my memories.
So you've made your choice then. Because either way, you're going to end up here.
Yep.
And I don't know if I answered your question.
No. You didn't. I want to know what you're doing to restrict and change the laws of nature.
Let me see your hand, my dear. Don't worry, I won't prick it.
She hands it to you, or she reaches it out.
Here's my
She pulls out her flame blade. Yeah, there you go. No.
And he touches your hand, and immediately you are flooded with every event in Diademia from start to finish. You know of the Dragon Song War and how the planet essentially had one major continent where all of the ancient dragons died out and their bodies kind of created Diademia as a whole. You know of when the Triperian Empire ripped their way into the world thanks to the assistance of the Illithids who created a dealing based on that. And the war that ensued after caused the dragon wardens to come into play, and then there was another power shift, and these memories are just like going into your mind one after another until you get to the end, which is after the Blood Wolf King, which is the son of Vladimir and his wife, who's now dead thanks to Gray, had a child who grew up with similar corruption, except at a more higher extent. He would have been the third brother to Joseph and Alindi. But after his wife was killed, he went on a blood rampage and tried to destroy everything, and was taken down by some lofty heroes. And then it keeps going, and you see the new gods creating the world from scratch, and how the planet is different now, and the dragons have lain spread apart from one another so that they're not clustered in a one huge continent. So now Diademia has different continents to explore that aren't nestled into one another. And it keeps going, and you see them building the world, adding in creatures, all of it from start to finish. And then when it finally stops, he looks at you. Do you see what I'm doing? I'm reshaping it.
Seems like you need some help.
Help? Perhaps.
Maybe someone who's in touch with nature.
Oh, like Maliki? Or
Or maybe
Ishani? Or... Well, I think those are the only two.
maybe Rhodey.
Ah. So you figured out the third choice then.
Yeah.
And he looks over at Nixie and Uthvas, who haven't said anything in regards to their choices yet, but also didn't just get a magnified brain dump of Diademia lore. And you? Oh, ladies first.
Why are you the one spearheading this whole thing? You seem like an unlikely choice.
Me? Little old me.
I mean, you're not that little. She like makes a point of looking straight up at you.
I decided to put some things into play so that I had better options to become a more powerful god, which I've secured. I'm only spearheading it because... sure, why not? Because the bound gods currently can't do it for me.
So what's the third option?
Demigod power.
You know that we don't really know these people, right?
Oh, yes, of course. But that doesn't change the fact that you two still need to make a choice.
Oh, sure. I'm just saying that we're not really tangled up in whatever they seem to be tangled up in, which seems to be what you're more interested in.
Oh, my interests are ever growing.
Well, somebody so small does have a lot of room to grow.
You still haven't made your choice.
What do you think, Uthos? Annie? What choice do you think you'd make?
I think I'd stick around a while.
So you don't want to be a demigod?
Oh God, no! How boring would that be?
I feel
Immortality
like
would be
a
nice.
lot of responsibility.
Yeah. You know me, I got things that I like to do. I can't have other people's questions bothering me. Too much hassle. Plus, you start flinging powers at everybody who walks by, and then entire worlds get eaten and destroyed.
But you'd have so many toys to play with.
I can do that as I am. Saying we go somewhere else.
Sure. We'll go somewhere else.
All right.
Ah, the elusive fourth option.
Make it our own.
I mean, I spent a lot of time just being a tool of, well, probably people like you, Asmodeus. Never really walking my own path, as it seemed that somebody else had ideas for me instead. I think it's time to find a nice path and just see what happens at the end.
Understood. And he looks at the other two. Yes, and you too. Grace, I would like my daughter to be safe, regardless of what her decision is. And Joseph, I would like my daughter back here, thank you. She took my wife's ring. Well, our ring, and ended up in a place where she probably shouldn't be, and I don't want to have to talk to Coffee about the fact that she's not here anymore. So, having her back would be great.
She's in Ukador.
Then having her back from Ukador would be great. Okay, it seems you all have made your choices. And you see a portal open near Nixie and Uthfas. Alindi vanishes.
And he didn't
Rhodey.
even say bye.
Gave
It
you the
won't
middle
matter.
finger.
He won't remember it.
Just gives you
I
one of
will,
these on the
though.
way
Be like,
out
fuck you.
as he fades away.
Try not to
Evelyn-
sleep with any family members on your way through the parking lot.
Oh gosh, no promises.
At least text me
Evelyn
about it.
appears near Joseph, and Brent, you would know that during their departure, when Evelyn leaves, a new ring would have been created in her place and given to Colty. However, because of the binding things, you're not sure if it works the same way as how they were able to plane shift from one location to the other. But she does have a ring that has her mother's spirit intact in it. And then Asmodeus looks at you, Rhodey, as he kind of like looks over to Nixie and Uthfas. You two have fun.
Well, I'm sure we will.
Say the same to you, Asmodeus, but I feel like you've already gotten that taken care of.
And do y'all go through the portal?
Yep.
And the portal closes behind them.
Before.
Oh.
You're gonna see a hand through the portal waving.
Brody's just nods.
Good luck.
Meanwhile, Alindy eating soup. Just waiting for there's no one here. And then Asmodeus looks at you, Rhodey. It would seem the two of us have work to do. I'll consider you my goddess of conscience, just to keep me in check for starters.
All right.
Don't worry, we'll add more titles to it here eventually. And you both vanish. And the rest of the world will continue as it does. But find out what happens next during the Dawn of Diademia premiere in 2 weeks.
Ooh.
Let's see what kind of world
Brody
Lindy's getting
creates.
like reprogrammed into. You know you're gonna have a kid with Melee now, right? Like that's gonna be like your new thing. But it's like it's gonna be what you thought of the whole time, which is worse in a way. I think Lindy
No,
got
because
the
then
worst
at that
into this
point-
thing.
No, I don't think it is because okay, as the PC, like
Oh, it's like a way of giving Lindy happiness in a way.
yes.
Cause now he
So,
doesn't know his
now
fucked
he doesn't
up
know
life.
that he hated he doesn't know that he hated her for so long.
Oh my gosh.
So
it's
all he knows is
checkmate.
that like one day he fell in love and she wasn't annoying and boom. So I've escaped the trap of Melee being annoying and terrible.
Nice. Oh my god.
But you still are unlucky.
No, because because he didn't go through most of those experiences, he won't be as douchey.
Yeah. When Alindy started out, he failed his death saves and then lost his soul.
He went
and
through some
then
really rough shit.
tried to sleep with his
and I'm not
mom
even
and
talking
then
about like backstory stuff. I mean
tried
like
to sleep with
his
stepdad.
backstory, every player's backstory is terrible, but like
Not every player.
Yeah,
okay,
some
most
people have.
players characters are pretty bad, like have oh well, my mom died or oh this died or my life was horrible. Well, Alindy's like whole time playing as a character has been fucking atrocious.
As it should be.
Loses souls and then tries to sleep with family and then gets
Oh,
a piece of his soul back and then realizes how horrible he was and that weighs on him and then he takes somebody else's soul, which makes it even worse. Then 2 crews die right in front of his face. Like, yeah, it's been exciting.
You get to start over and make new bad choices.
Exactly. It's beautiful.
Yay.
Oh my gosh. Well, as we get ready to raid, thank you everybody that was able to stop in today. Thank you for the raid from the W show, the Wade, the one and only, the cool guy. But yes, we will definitely pick this up in 2 weeks. We will see how Dawn of Diademia looks after its new glow up. And also be sure to watch Dusk of Accordia, which is the mirrored world to Diademia. Accordia is much different, so it's going to be fun to see both of those campaigns pan out when the Triperian Empire, who's originally from Accordia, can't go to Diademia to fuck it up. So it's going to be fun. So as we raid, if you have a tier 1 sub, you have access to our raid wrench, so be sure to throw some wrenches at the raid people because they like them. They dodge them if they can, and if not, then they get hit by a wrench that says raid on it. So here we are. But again, thank you everybody, and we will see you all the next time.
Bye.
Bye bye.